let me introduce to you our head football coach, Urban Meyer.
From the start, Urban Meyer had the advantage of having a resume that demanded respect, and his personality demanded respect. He was not a guy that you mess with. When Ohio State came back from the Gator Bowl, I think it was January 3rd, they were a very dispirited team. They had just gotten beat by Florida. They knew that Urban Meyer was the new sheriff in town, but they had no idea what to expect. One of the first things he told the team was, sit up in your chairs.
Everybody knew Urban Meyer was going to make a huge difference because of his track record. He's a tremendous coach, obviously. But that said, nobody really knew what to expect of this team itself, and I don't even know if Urban really knew what to expect.
When spring practice came and went, and there were still a lot of questions about this team, nobody would have expected a 12-0 season. And even through the non-conference part of the season, nobody really thought this team was a 12-0 type of team. They struggled in every game. Really, the turning point was Michigan State, the first Big Ten game, a team that had beaten Ohio State pretty convincingly, even though it was only 10-7 the year before. Ohio State went up to East Lansing and beat Michigan State. That really kind of was the dividing point in the season. Part of that was because Urban Meyer has said that the meeting before that game was when he knew that this team had bought into each other.
September 29th at 11:22.
From then on, was it?
I'm being serious. That's when we had a meeting in a ballroom in East Lansing. Very intense, very emotional meeting, and that's when I saw it. Up until then, I didn't think we had them, to be quite honest with you. They weren't playing like it.
And from that point on, the season kind of took on a different kind of momentum. And so they beat Michigan State, and they struggled in almost every game. Even against Nebraska, which they won 63-38, they were down 17-7. They obviously should have lost to Purdue, and Kenny Guyton comes to the rescue in a game that most Buckeye fans will not forget.
They started having some success early in the season. It just kind of snowballed, and you could see their confidence building.
They go to Penn State, which was treating it like their bowl game, just like Ohio State. They couldn't go to a bowl game because of all the Sandusky fallout from that scandal. Then they go to Wisconsin. That was the next real big test, and then it comes down to Michigan, and they know that 11-0 means nothing if they don't beat Michigan. And they had their struggles with Michigan. They could have put the game away many times in the second half and couldn't, but the defense really rose to the challenge, and the Buckeyes prevailed. And I'll tell you, I think that scene of the fans swarming the field was something that Ohio State fans will probably not forget for a long time.
I've never been a part of a team like this year with the toughness and the attitude and the swag we had throughout the whole year. And I'm just glad to be a part of this team 12-0.
Can you compare the feeling after last year's Michigan game to the feeling after this?
No. You know, really, after we had senior tackle the other day, I came home Thanksgiving Day, and my wife and I were talking there that night. I said, you know what? I don't even think I remember last year's senior tackle. Whether it's, just everything that went on, whether it was just such a blur, whether it was, I don't know. So it's hard. There's no feelings like that one.
And I'd say at this point in time, Ohio State could go play with anybody in America.
There's a lot of talent here, and Meyer's bringing in another top-flight class.
The foundation, I think, is strong.
So I think the future, looks pretty bright at Ohio State.
The whole theme this week is go where the air is rare. The last door is a big one. Open it up, kick it open, do what you got to do to get through that door. Once you're in there, it smells different, it tastes different, it looks different. And I'm hoping our guys get that taste and they want to go do it again. Because once you taste that, it tastes really good.